judgments.
Yeah, like I would have never known it was AI. It pops up, I scroll because I'm not looking for cheeks. But you, as someone who's looking for cheeks, you're watching it multiple times and you're catching all the little details.
Well,
you set yourself up for that.
Well, like, oh, not again.
Let's just
did
let
I
it
just
flow.
miss something? Like,
But
did
you don't
just
have
say that,
one,
like,
right? You don't have. Okay,
I do.
All right. Oh, you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
I realize that. Hey, welcome to the seriously.
Okay, no, you're not doing that.
Why not?
Because you just throw like I wasn't ready. You
Doesn't
can't
matter
just
if
say,
you're ready. I'm ready.
Hold on a second.
Doesn't matter.
All right, let me. Okay, now get ready. I'm ready.
Hey, hey, welcome to the Seriously Lighthearted podcast, where we take a lighthearted look at life and whatever crosses our feed. And I'm going to tell you what's been crossing my feed lately.
Yeah, tell us.
Ladies with Down syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. And I started...
Cheeks, too.
So it's crossing your feed, too?
Yeah, thanks to Frederick White.
Naming names. So did he talk about that?
He did,
He did.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he has like a short that has popped up multiple times.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, on his short, but not on our show when he came on.
No.
Yeah, so on my feed, all of a sudden, there's all these women with Down syndrome, and they're all caked up. But I remember the original one was the girl and her sister, and they go work out together. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, like, why are all of these women with Down syndrome coming across? I started thinking my feed's broken, my algorithms. Like, what is going on?
Why does that mean it's broken?
No, I just like, why is it happening so much? Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't go.
Where did it come from?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't go on searching women with Down syndrome.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the algorithm's feeding me this stuff.
It could be that it's just super popular, so it's like just going to feed the masses because people are commenting, doing everything they do, and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll just throw it in front of more people and see if they get the same reaction."
Or it could just be that your algorithm knows you like cheeks, because you do say that a lot.
Yeah.
It's listening.
True.
It's listening.
That's true.
Doesn't matter what kind of cheeks.
It's listening.
So what I discovered was,
Okay.
as I watched these, and there are all these sexy girls with Down syndrome walking down the street, doing what they do, right? So they don't know the camera's there. And they're walking by, and it's all shaken, and they got Down syndrome. Then they do the little flirty look back. Mm-hmm. It's all AI filters.
Yep.
It's people. Did you know that?
Dang, I didn't.
I didn't know it either. And I'm starting to question my ability to discern reality because I should have. I didn't think that right away. But I see so much AI out there that I'm like, oh, at first it starts to trick me. And I'm like, oh, that's AI.
Yeah.
So, for instance, there's a video that one of my, that somebody shared. It's of a Tesla dealership that protesters are out spray painting, burning cars. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching it and I'm like, and then I watch it and a guy's hand goes across the car, disappears and regenerates and someone pops out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, this is AI. Yep. And then I look at the thing, it says AI info, but people are commenting about, oh my God, look at these vandals.
Right.
Because they believe it's real.
It's not fake.
And they're probably mostly boomers.
Yeah.
But that's maybe not. It's just they look at things really quick and make judgments.
Yeah, like I would have never known it was AI. It pops up, I scroll because I'm not looking for cheeks. But you, as someone who's looking for cheeks, you're watching it multiple times and you're catching all the little details.
Well,
you set yourself up for that.
Well, I mean, I'm not catching the details of like the filter slip it on the face or something because I am looking at the cheeks. I'm looking at the chest. I'm looking
but
at
like even the surrounding
assets.
area, like you said, you can see little random things where it's there and then it's not there.
Yeah, so it turns out it is a filter, and it's this whole thing. Now, maybe that one of of the two girls, the sisters, where they're working out a lot, that was like the original. Maybe that's a real person with Down syndrome. A real person. It's not filtered. They're not capitalizing on that. No. But the question is like, why? Like, why
is it trending?
Yeah, why are people, I don't know. Like, what is it about that sexy Down syndrome girl? Now, I haven't seen a sexy Down syndrome guy, of course, because, just again, talks to, I think, the weirdness of men. And now it justifies, it makes me feel better because it wasn't anything I did that tweaked my algorithm towards something which was, again, nothing wrong with someone having Down syndrome, nothing wrong with someone having Down syndrome and being very attractive because that's possible.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
But the fact that it's AI, it's filters, and it's not real, that's the interesting thing. So these creators are using that to have some sort of unique thing.
Yeah.
And who the hell made that filter? Like, why would somebody make that filter?
Because I seen them, but I follow Joey Swole, who made a video, because a lot of them are fitness models that are using that filter. And he's like, that's, I agree with him. He's like, this is just disgusting. He's like, why are you doing that? Like, yeah, that's just, I don't know, weird. It's a weird trend.
Yeah,
weird
anything
trend.
for views, right?
Pretty much. And that's probably it, because it's generating a lot of people run to those comments, because people are generating a lot of jokes about, this chromosome joke and blah, 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 blah. But it's one of those, it's just a weird trend. It'll switch up in a couple of weeks, but right now it's trending. It's just weird.
Yeah, and then this was a Newsweek, Down syndrome filters being used to promote sexual content. Social media users are encountering text overlays such as, is Down syndrome a deal breaker for you? Would you date a girl with Down syndrome? And that's exactly the type of stuff I was seeing. I just found it interesting commentary on our society and people's desires to, get views. And here's the thing. Next time I see one of those videos, I'm going to follow it down the rabbit hole and see where it leads and what other content they're posting and other platforms they're on. Where do you think it'll lead me?
To their original content? I don't know.
I'm just curious if it leads me to OF.
Possibly, with some, probably.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down that.
Because a lot of them, they'll make a video to lead you to something else. So that makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't know we were getting a test. He threw me off with that one.
I'm always testing you.
I know, just random questions.
It's asking your opinion on something.
No, I appreciate it.
I thought it was interesting commentary on society and social media.
My vote is for it to stop. At least this trend. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
All right. Well, that's what crossed my feed.
Interesting feed.
Yep. That's very interesting.
What you got, Money?
What's crossed my feed? So it might have crossed your feed, but it's been the great debate of lately is 100 men versus one gorilla. So it's just one of those topics. It's almost like, is the dress blue or what was it, blue or gold or something? It's just a point of topic, and people are like, because honestly, I think a lot of people don't understand the strength of any kind of monkey, chimpanzees, gorillas. I'm like, they're silverbacks. They look that way for a reason, but that's the reason why they made King Kong. You know what I mean? They're powerful creatures. So, but the debate is, I don't think a lot of people know how strong they are. So they're like, they're just curious if you're gonna say, okay, 100 men can or can't and whatnot. But it's kind of funny because like some of them, like 100 men can if they're like 100 Mike Tysons. Or like 50 Kimbo Slices, 50 Tysons, like it depends on the man. So some people have done like 100 men draft where they're taking like all the biggest men, heavyweights and boxers and stuff like that. And they're like, maybe they got a chance. Nah. I think you get a healthy silverback. I don't think it matters if he's got enough energy to get, because I even thought, okay, if 100 men just pile on. And this is the thing. It's not almost that 100 men can win. It's out of those 100 men. By the time that you tired of the gorilla, is he gone through 60 of you? Like, where are you at in that debate? But
okay,
gorilla.
What do you think?
I think gorilla. A gorilla could literally just pick you up like a fucking ball and throw you.
Nothing.
Like it's nothing.
Nothing.
Do that a couple times. That's lightweight. That's freaking.
A chimpanzee
baseball practice for that dude.
Yeah, a chimpanzee with ease can rip off your arms, like with ease. So imagine a silverback, like an angry silverback. Oh yeah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So of course now all these videos of gorillas interacting with humans, and they have one where filmographers are in the jungle, and the gorilla just goes up and grabs the guy and just casually walks off with him, and the guy's just sliding. It's like that's just a subtle reminder.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Now. With the debate, are all 100 coming out at one time? Is he going on a one-on-one and they just keeps picking them off? That, however you want to,
What do you think?
Well, my first initial thought was like what Money said. They're strong creatures. They will destroy a person.
They're built for the wild.
But then I did see a woman who, I'm not sure what her credentials were, but she was very smart. And she basically talked about, but you started to hint on, Money, that humans can use strategy.
Right.
And that it doesn't mean humans actually have to attack them.
Right.
You can use strategy to tire the thing out, and then once it's exhausted, you attack. Now, you might lose 30 or 40 in the process,
You're gonna lose.
but you use tactics rather than
Right.
brute strength.
Yeah.
I saw someone, there's a guy that does gaming, and he'll create little scenarios like 1,000 Roman legion soldiers against 50 samurai or something, and he'll put them at each other. And he did one where it was like 1,000,000 men versus 10,000 gorillas, and they just go charging at each other. Yeah. And the gorillas just tear through the humans. But it's just them going at it one-on-one. Now I'm thinking, okay, you got 1,000,000 humans.
Right.
There would be strategy, not just running at you brute force. There's strategy involved because humans can think and strategize. And so that's what would happen. We wouldn't just, if after a few people get destroyed, like, okay, wait a minute, we need to rethink this, boys. We're not just going in at them.
Right.
Let's do some strategy. Let's tire this fricker out.
And I think most people, when they're talking about the debate, because you're right, we can formulate plans, we can strategize, we can get in, we can have the initial group go in, but they're just like, okay, this is like open arena, flat ground, tall walls. You're just in this box with this gorilla. You know what I mean? Fisticuffs. Gorilla.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
I mean, the only thing that really keeps us, the fact that we have strategy and weapons.
Yeah.
If not, it's Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes,
That's
man.
what I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's seen Planet of the Apes.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
these motherfuckers can strategize.
And of course, you know that.
Well, that's
you know
because
that
they
clip,
got smart.
That clip from Planet of the Apes when he's whispering in Johnny Franco's ear, like the dub overs for that. I can't even repeat some of them, but they're so funny. They're like, whispering there, like, send them hundreds, see what happens. You know what I mean? like go for it. But yeah, Planet of the Apes. That's it. That's the whole premise. You know what I mean?
It starts.
So it's just funny because internet's always looking for something to talk about, debate, but it's just awkwardly funny. It's like a lot of people I don't think understand because you hear something, they just don't know how strong gorillas really are.
Yeah, no, they're strong.
They're strong. That's some good grass.
Yeah,
good grass.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
yeah. So that's what crossed my feed.
Future reference though, gorilla is not a monkey.
The primate.
I said it to trigger the
It's
comments.
a great ape.
I said it to trigger the people in the comments, like you, but they're in the comments. So when we get a bunch
Say
of
that
comments,
and put it in the comments.
yeah, you be the first to be like, Money's an idiot. It's not. They're not.
Say those
they're
exact
part of the
words.
something. Yeah.
In fact, that should just be your role to correct every wrong
Yeah,
thing
you're
we say.
just you. Yeah, exactly. You're
Cake,
just
you're so
fact-checking us.
stupid. It's actually
You're so stupid.
You're so stupid. Oh my god, Cakes, you're so stupid.